Good morning. Welcome to the Wandering Drew. I am Drew. It's Friday morning and I've just received the results of my MRI from the doctor. They're not bad, but they're not good either, but I think probably more good than bad. I had a long consult with my doctor, and to sum it up, I have multiple issues that are impacting my left knee. The first thing I have is a small tear of the medial meniscus, and I'm going to be checking my notes so I can pronounce and say everything correctly. This is the meniscus that is on the inside of the knee, and they advised that the MRI image, unfortunately, was not good enough to judge the size of the tear, but they're labeling it a minor tear. And from my discussion with the doctor, he's basically saying it's nothing I should worry about at this time, and don't worry about it. So I'm going to try not to, although it's hard to do. I also have a small tear in the ligament where it attaches to the femur. This is the medial collateral ligament. I believe it goes from here to here. So from my thigh to my shin bone, or basically the femur to the tibia. And it goes over the knee. So this is where I'm feeling pain. This is probably most likely where the tear is in that area. It appears to be from a prior injury that I have, because there's also some thickening there and what seems to be what I'm describing as scar tissue. So that is an issue, and is probably one of the things I'm feeling pain and discomfort from. I then also have tendinosis and tendinitis of the patellar tendon. There's no tears associated with that though, and this is repetitive use, like climbing up and down stairs, or in my case, mountains probably. This is located on the bottom of the knee and is not really where I'm feeling most of my pain. So, and this will improve itself with rest or strengthening of the knee. So I'm not really worried about that issue as well. I do have tendinosis of the distal quadricep tendon. This is the same tendon that was suspected of being injured in October. Luckily, there does not appear to be any tears, but the tendon has begun to break down. Tendinosis is mostly from overuse and injury. And as it was explained to me, is think of your tendon as a rope. And in essence, a couple of the fibers of the rope have become frayed or broken. In this case, I'm hoping there may be a little bit of reknitting and repairing, but I shouldn't expect that. And it should not improve that much, especially if I continue activity. This is a normal wear and tear or overuse injury as well. And this is where I'm feeling the pain, which is over the top of the knee. There's also some swelling from these issues as the body is trying to protect and cushion and heal itself from this injury. The other issue I'm having, and I think it could be related, as I've had this in the past, is my knee is not tracking accurately. It's pushing off to the side, but pulling off to the side. I'm calling this side load, but basically what's happening is as my knee goes up and down, it's actually pushing to the inside of my kneecap. So the kneecap is not riding flat in that groove the way it's supposed to. It's actually pushing a little bit, which is also causing stress, pain, and discomfort on my kneecap. This a lot of times is caused by a weakened quad muscle, and I believe that maybe the injury to the tendon or the quadricep is what's causing this. So I can actually expect this to improve if I hike and it gets stronger. So hopefully that will correct itself. So in all the cases, basically all these injuries, the stronger my knee is, the stronger the muscles around them become, the better it is for me. But unfortunately, using them to either train or hike to get them strong is going to cause pain and discomfort. So the doctor explained that completing the trail for me will be challenging in that I can expect pain and discomfort in my knee. But most importantly for me, at least I now know what I am feeling pain from, why, what it is and what it is not. The pain is certainly not helping me, but it is most likely not injuring me or doing further harm in and of itself. And this is what my worst fear was. This is why I came off the trail. This is why I decided to come home and get it looked at, because I was worried that as I was walking, I was hurting it more or injuring it. The pain means something, right? In this case, I know the pain is telling me that my body is not happy, but it's not going to further worsen or injure the knee. So while I don't need to not hike, I may need to take some extra days off to rest if the pain becomes very bad. It means that I can learn to, I guess, embrace that pain as knowing that my knee is hurting, but it's not going to injure me and I can still hike through it. And that is the peace of mind that I need, I think, to continue a little bit. So I think that this will be a trial and error thing for me. I can obviously begin using anti-inflammatories like other hikers. So vitamin I to reduce the swelling and pain that comes from utilizing this knee. So if I can wrap it up, that's it. That's the status of the knee. Now my tooth. I have an infection in my tooth and then into my jaw. It's actually in the bone now. I had a root canal yesterday. It's still a little sore and I don't feel 100%, but I am finishing up a course of antibiotics to fight that infection. I still have the infection now, but it is only in my jaw at this time, inside the bone. So they believe that the antibiotic that I'm taking, and I'm still taking for another couple of days, and my body will clear that up in the next few days. So I just wish I could take care of my knee as easily and as fast as I took care of the root canal. So I was very lucky to had the procedure yesterday. It is finished. Luckily, they were able to place a crown already on it and build it up all yesterday in one day. So normally you would have to come back a week or two later and then they would follow up on it. But luckily they were able to do that all yesterday. So I will not have to follow up in a week or two unless I have an issue. If I obviously continue having some swelling, some pain, discomfort that seems to grow, then obviously the infection has not been taken care of. So unless I have those issues with my tooth, I should be okay. I'm going to start making plans to return to the trail in a few days. This will allow me to finish up the antibiotics, make sure there are no complications from the surgery, and make a few changes to me and my gear. So what am I going to do? Well, obviously, I've already said, I've decided to return to the trail and hike. I'm going to pick up from where I left off. I'm going to switch to trail runners, as I'm hoping that they are, one, lighter on my feet and will aid them by not needing to lift up so much weight because the boots are heavier. And that will, in essence, put a little less stress with each step on my knee. Two, I believe that they're more cushioning than the boots I was wearing and will also aid in limiting the damage or the injury or the stress put on my knee. I'm going to wear a knee support to aid and also help reduce the impact of hiking. And more than likely, I'll probably get some inserts or cushions to put into my trail runners to help also lessen the impact on my knee. I'm also going to make a couple of changes to my gear and reduce some of the weight that I'm carrying. I will switch to a lighter ground cloth and probably a lighter sleeping bag. I'm also going to take 1 or 2 things out of my pack, which should lighten me up by at least 1 pound to 2 pounds, which is pretty significant. You're talking about a 5% reduction probably, maybe even more in my weight. I also am considering and open to the opportunities that slack packing may offer me in taking a lot of weight off my back and making it easy for me to travel faster and lighter without my pack. But that'll be a little further down the trail. I wish to go back to the trail. I want to hike to prove I can and to also continue what I set out to do. So that's what's going on. That's an update as to what I'm doing and what's happening and why. I'm hoping to continue from where I left off at Gooch Gap and continue north. I want to thank you so much for watching, taking time out of your day to watch the videos, and the many, many kind and positive comments that I've received. I appreciate them. They're uplifting. Thank you so much. Once again, I can't tell you what it means to have people that you don't know giving you positive comments and urging you on to go back and continue hiking. It does mean a lot. Thank you so much. So that's it for today. In a couple of days, I'll do another video when I've made my plans to go back to the trail, but I'll probably be off with no new videos for a couple of days as I get ready. Maybe I'll do something quick just to show what gear I've changed out. But other than that, my next video, hopefully, well, after that one then, will be travel back to Georgia. Thank you so much, again, for taking time out of your day and supporting me. Till we meet again.